specifically in Bole right now, because 3FM is learning of some clashes between the youth and police personnel in Bole in the Savanna region and the hometown of President John Dramani Mahama. Now, this has led to the security agencies taking over the Bole residences of the Member of Parliament for the area and also that of the President, John Dramani Mahama. Now, let's cross over there to connect with our Savanna Regional Correspondent, Amoako, who is close to the action as we speak. Chris, what's the latest to this development as we're learning in Bole?
Yes, so Alfred, I must say that the tensions earlier in Bole has resulted in the security agencies providing security at the residence of the President and the Member of Parliament for the area. As we speak, even though some relative calm has been restored in the Bole community, but we are hearing that the youth have indicated that they are going to stage another demonstration on Monday because confirmation coming in indicates that on Monday the President's nominee is likely to be confirmed.
So what's the real concern that the youth who have gone on rampage really demanding?
Okay, so they have some three concerns. The first one is that after the elections, there were indications that the Bole area, one of the minority tribes, should be considered for the position of the municipal chief executive. And so someone from the Bamboy area was nominated, but the youth have a cross-section of the youth have issues with the nominee because, one, they are saying that prior to the 2024 general elections, he did not do much work in the Bole Bamboy constituency to read that the NDC wins power, and so he's someone that is not popular in the area. So if he is confirmed as the MCE, he will not be accessible to the people. The second issue has to do with the fact that, the Bole chieftaincy issue over the period. They are saying that the nominee has posted some derogatory words, comments on his social media handle against the Gonja people and the Bolewura. And so they believe that he is someone that cannot work with the traditional authorities because he does not have that respect for the traditional authorities. The other one has to do with the fact that they are saying that they want the natives of Bole community to be the MCE because over the years, Bole has not seen the needed development, and so they want someone who understands the terrain and can influence development into the area. So these are their concerns that they have raised. Now, the stakeholders in the Bole community, including the Savanna regional representative of the Council of State, met with the youth, trying to, as it were, calm them down and allow the process to go through. Should the assembly members fail to confirm him, then the president will make another nomination. But that is what they don't want to understand. They are saying that they don't even want the confirmation processes to go on.
But then again, and talk about the security situation that you say that the security personnel have taken over in terms of providing security for the premises of that's the residence of the Member of Parliament and then also the President's home in the area. Why was that a target in the first place?
Yes, so the youth believe that the President actually made the nominations, and so they are saying that it's someone they don't like, and so once the President is the one who made a nomination, they do not agree with the President's nomination. So his residence was a target. The second one has to do with a Member of Parliament, because since the incident started, the Member of Parliament has remained neutral. He has refuted himself from making any public commentary on that particular issue. So they say that he's not talking. They want to hear him talk. He's not talking. And so his residence has become a target. The other issue has to do with the fact that there are rumors in Bole community that the member of parliament, the one that the youth are vouching for, the youth are calling for the president to nominate, is someone that is not in good terms with the member of parliament. And so they believe that the member of parliament has a hand in the denial of their person the opportunity to be the MC, and so he's also become a target. As we speak, he's on official duties in the Upper East region, far away in Bolgatanga, and is not even aware of the fact that his residence has been under attack. Earlier, videos from Bole showed that the youth were actually massing up at the residence of the member of parliament. It took the intervention of a joint police military personnel to ensure that the property of the MP is safe.
I see. And so you say that the choice of the youth in the area is the MP is not in talking terms with their choice, and they suspect that that's why the MP, they suspect, influenced his rejection. Correct?
Yes, that's the information coming in from Bole. You know that the choice of the youth, the brother contested the MP in the NDC primaries that led to the 2024 election. So they believe that because of that, he does not want that is the secretary of the constituency who actually was part of the final four that went to Accra for the voting. So you could hear in one of the videos we shared when the chairman of the NDC in the Savanna region had gone to meet with the youth, you could hear the youth mention the name of the secretary of the constituency, one Juma Augustine, indicating that he's the one that they want. And that is a cross-section of the youth, Alfred. This is the youth that were chanting the name of the secretary is just a cross-section of the youth. Let me also put on record that whatever that is happening in Bole today, it's not every resident in the Bole area who supports what is going. Other people are vehemently against it and are saying that Bole is a cosmopolitan area. They are also saying that other Gonjas in other areas in the Ashanti region have been given the opportunity to be MCE. Why are they denying the minority tribes in the area from becoming MCE in the Bole area?
And Chris, what a better way to put it, and you understand the architecture of what is happening in the Bole area, and giving us expert detail in there. Chris, appreciate you for this and the detailed analysis of what's happening in the Bole constituency as we speak. If you're just joining us here on Hot Edition on 3FM 92.7, also on Kesmi 107.1, we're learning that some clashes between the youth, a section of the youth in Bole and the police personnel there in the Savanna region, and also that's the hometown of the president, John Dramani Mahama. This has led to some security agencies taking over the Bole residencies of the member of parliament for the area and also that of the president. What Chris has been telling us is that security personnel have been deployed to guard the official residence of the member of parliament for the area, who is also the deputy minister for lands and natural resources, Alhaji Suleimana, and then also the residence of the president, John Dramani Mahama, in Bole, because these two places were targeted by the irate youth who say they are not happy. Their choice of an MCE was not considered by the president, but someone else nominated. And so that's what has led to they taking to the street on rampage, destroying and attempting to attack the residences of the member of parliament and the president. That's what's happening there. And Richard Kumadoe is a security consultant. He's been watching some of these issues quite closely. He's joining us on the telephone. Thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Kumadoe. If you recall, when the member of parliament, who is now deputy minister for lands and natural resources, had not been appointed, there was a group of young people in the area who also took to the streets, burning car tires and then also demanding that the MP be considered for a ministerial appointment. That was done. And then we are seeing a repeat of it now, because they said a section also said their choice of an MCE was not considered by the president. And so they take to the streets and vandalize property. What should be the most appropriate response in such instances?
Definitely, the police will go in for maintaining law and order, irrespective of who is leading them, and who is responsible for what. And they might want to bring peace back to the area. Not specifically because the president comes from there, but it's also the case that they wouldn't want what happened in the days when their member of parliament was not appointed, the rampage that took place. And so that is the first point of call, or that is the call for the police officers on the ground. And if I hear your reporter rightly, I wasn't surprised the police mobilized in their numbers to ensure that they maintain law and order at all costs. What is also important is that, Alfred, this nature of politics is becoming a bit more bloody, and it's becoming unproductive, and it's becoming too expensive. That the grassroots determines who becomes what, or political leadership marginalize certain group of people. And politics is such a way that if care is not taken, a huge number of people can be put into brackets and disadvantaged. And a huge number of people can also be affected by all manner of imaginations and all manner of insinuations from political actors. And I think that is why this particular case has painted a picture. We need to look at it. But Alfred, are you surprised? Even in Greater Accra region, you've seen the pictures and you've seen the numbers. Yesterday at Savanna, it was killed. Next week could be at again. We don't know exactly what is going to happen. I'm happy to hear that there's a new bill that Parliament will be considering, that even though we are yet to vote for MCEs and DCEs, once the president nominates the person, there wouldn't be the need for them to be voted for. But I think politicians will have to take clue from this one and work it in such a way that DCEs and MCEs will have the leverage of being contested, and whoever wins will be at the service of the people.
See, and you can also not discount that sense of entitlement, you know, that these people have, because that's the home of the president, and now the president's official residence in the area, that constituency becomes a target.
Definitely so. And that is why they want to tie the hands of the president to ensure that he listens to them. They have become the princes and the princesses of the nation because the president comes from there predominantly. And so when they raise the first alarm, he headed to their advice or their cry and give them a minister or a deputy minister for that matter. They are just saying that, Daddy, you've done something for us. Come on, listen to us again. But sometimes it doesn't work that way. But this is the confusion we have, where the grassroots want to determine what happens, and political leadership will also want to determine otherwise. And sometimes lack of public education or explaining the issues to the people leads to some level of vacuum. And once there's vacuum created, all manner of misleading information and disinformation could trigger some of these reactions we are seeing. We need to tread cautiously, look at this whole issue about who become a DCE, how they are appointed, how they are selected, and we need to curb it. Other than that, even in Greater Accra alone, sir, the troubles we are seeing is too much for us as a nation, and that is an area the police will need to keep an eye, and the president might take an eye seriously. I have asked a question. This whole issue falls under the Ministry for Local Government. Why is the local government minister not getting involved in making sure that some of these people are, you know, voted for and nominated? And it's always the case for MPs and, you know, the regional ministers and all that. That is another area of politics that people have serious, you know, negativities about. And that they can also look at it again.
Mr. Kumadoe, appreciate your time on this. Thank you so much for joining us. Richard Kumadoe is a security